In my bra, I have the shirt under the dryer. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Muhoza. I post a video every Tuesday and Thursday. Otherwise, if you want me every day, you can find me on my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Okay, last week's video where we celebrated our month anniversary, confetti, I teased that I was going to be talking about my worst audition story come this week. And I specifically had to put that in the video because I knew that if I didn't, I would just find another excuse not to film a video that I've had on my list of to-dos for about a month. So we're here. Let's get to it. I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but in my previous life, I was a student at Carleton University in Ottawa. I was there and I was majoring in communication studies. And when I tell you, like, while I was in class, like in my communication studies class, all I would ever do is daydream about the day where I was going on audition, and I just saw myself with like a little bag, and I had my headshot and resume and like a little bottle of water, you know, making sure that I'm hydrated and my voice is not dry. That's all I would do in class. I can't even tell you what my professor's name was in the class that I was majoring in. Now, fast forward into me dropping out of Carleton University, moving back home to Toronto, finishing with acting school, getting an agent, and then I believe it was about a month after I signed with the agency, I get this audition notice for the biggest role I would have auditioned for at that date. The role was for a new show on network TV, and it was a reoccurring character, meaning I would have a job for more than one episode. So yay, but spoiler alert, I did not get the job. The character was a young Nigerian woman. She had just recently lost her husband, and she also had a newborn baby. So there's a lot going on into her life, but I just want us to focus on the Nigerian part because they wanted us to do one take in our own natural accent and another take in a Nigerian accent. It was 2 scenes, and overall it was about 5 pages. Now, I have 9 hours to get a Nigerian accent. Thank goodness for my heaven-sent agent. She sends me the contact info of an actress who also specializes in dialect coaching. So I emailed that actress and I'm like, hey, I need to have a Nigerian accent by tomorrow morning. Can you please help me out? This woman gets back to me really quickly and she says, hey, I don't do Nigerian accents, but I know somebody else who does it well. And then she gives me another contact info. Now I'm on to the second woman that I was referred to. I email her, and at this point it's like in the evening and I have this audition in the morning. So I go, please, 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 are you able to help me out with this accent? She says she's really busy with class and homework, but she gives me pointers on how to do the accent and tells me about like the syllables, the placement of the tongue, and she tells me like specifically like don't worry about speaking slowly because Nigerian is English speaking country. Okay. While I'm rehearsing the scenes in the Nigerian accent, it sounds like so stereotypical, like I'm doing a stand-up comedy, but with just like a caricature voice. And plus the material that I was auditioning for is not funny. Like my husband is dead and my baby is crying. So I figured, okay, I've done what I could with this Nigerian accent. Let me just rehearse this in my own natural accent and actually focus on the acting portion of the scene. It's the morning of the audition. I wake up nervous as hell, but I just go through my routine. I run through the scene a couple more times, and now it's time to head to the audition. Unless where I'm going to is in like my neighborhood, okay, is in like a 5 miles radius, I will get lost. So if it's my first time going, I need to go with an Uber. But this morning, for some reason, I thought to myself, hey, let me take the bus. Let me save a coin and get on the public transportation to go to this audition. I had to take one subway ride and one bus ride, so it really wasn't the end of the world, and I left so in advance that I felt good. Even when the bus was late, I thought it's fine, I still have plenty of time. Well, I get dropped off to the bus stop, and then I can't find where the hell this casting place is. So I'm there on the street looking around, I pull up my Google Maps, and I'm just walking in circles. And now it's no longer, it's fine, I got time, I left early. No, 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 no. Now it's like we're cutting it down very close, and it's summer. So it's hot as F. And here I am going in circles trying to find where I'm supposed to be. My guardian angels came down, inserted some common sense and sense of direction into me, and I found this damn casting office. I get there and I am dripping in sweat. Like, not the kind of sweat that you can cover up. Like, if it's under boob sweat, whatever, your bra will absorb it. You know, if it's a little sweat under the arm, keep your arms nearby. Nobody will tell. But this was sweat, like through my shirt. You could see the sweat patches, and it was gross, and I felt gross. And as I walk into the casting, like, waiting office, every Black girl in Toronto, in surrounding cities, I swear to you, was there. So I go up to the little like reception desk because I have to sign in. My hand is shaking because I can feel sweat dropping down my shirt. I can feel it on my upper lip. And I'm also there like 2 minutes before I have to go in. As I'm signing in with all the liquid in me oozing out of my skin, another guardian angel comes out and the casting assistant says that they're running behind. Woo-hoo! I got time. I go, oh my gosh. I go to the washroom and I take out my shirt, and this is a public washroom, right? So we got people like coming in and out doing their business, and I'm in the bathroom in my bra. I have the shirt under the dryer and I'm just trying to like dry out all the sweat patches. I start from the back, I do the underarms, and I do a little bit of the front, and then I grab the brown paper towel and I start just like dabbing myself everywhere. While I'm in the bathroom, like trying to dry myself off as much as possible, I noticed that girls are coming in and getting changed into their auditioning outfit. And the audition outfit that they've brought is like these, you know, traditional African clothing, like in tenge, amabubu, all of that, which I have many of at home. But is that what I chose to wear? No, I didn't. Because I thought to myself, okay, I'm a young mom, I'm at home, so I wore like what a mom who shops at Old Navy would wear. That's how I interpreted the character. Like, I completely disregarded the part that they want us to play her in Nigerian accent, meaning they would probably want us in traditional clothing. Okay, I enter the audition room, and the casting director that's there was actually the first casting director I had ever auditioned for, and she was so sweet to me the first time I met her. Like, she came out and gave me pointers as to what the producers were looking for before I even started my audition. So I was very, very happy to see this woman. Now it's time for me to start. I do my slate, and she tells me you can start in whichever accent you choose. And I know what she means. She means I can either start in my natural accent or I can start in the Nigerian accent. What I should have done is I should have stood there with my head held high and said, not able to do so right now, but with a little more preparation, I could do the Nigerian accent with no problem. Or another thing I should have done, see, now I got two options of things I could have done, but I didn't do. Second thing I could have done is I could have just done the accent in this like stereotypical and like ridiculous way that I had in my head and just hope that they didn't know any better. I didn't do any of those options. What ended up happening with my brilliant mind is I just pretended I didn't know what she was referring to. You know, so she said to me, hey, start in whatever accent you choose. And I looked at her like, oh, like, any accent? And she repeats, yes, whichever one you want to do first. And I go, oh, like with my accent? And she goes, okay, yes. do your accent. Like, I was just talking in circles, hoping that they would forget, or hoping that I would hypnotize them into forgetting that I had to do a Nigerian accent. So at this point, she clearly knows that I'm freaking BSing, and then she just gives up on me and says, do your accent. And that's what I did. I did the scene in my accent, with my baby crying and with me having to identify my dead husband. All I kept thinking about was like, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. You should have just faked it. Fake it till you make it, okay? There's a reason that phrase exists. So I did the scene. I did both scenes that we were given. I said thank you, and I left the room, and I wanted to evaporate, or I wanted the ground to like open itself up and for me to just drop in, and for the ground to close again and be in the underworld, like Barb in Stranger Things. And because this was the biggest audition I had done to date, my agent texted me immediately after and asked, how did it go? And I just text back, oh, I don't think it was the best work I've done. And she asks me, well, what do they say? And I tell her the casting director said it was lovely. So my agent goes, okay, that's great to hear. But she's like reading this off of text message. If she was in the room with me and saw the way that lovely was sent, it wasn't like, that was lovely. That was lovely. Thank you. So I just left it at that, got home, and this is where it gets good. 2 hours later, I get an email from my agent saying, hey, they want to see a self-tape from you for that audition that I just had. So I'm like, holy ish, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm about to do the self-tape. I get another email and it says, disregard. The casting director saw enough in the audition room. They did not see enough. I can guarantee you they did not see enough. And I just want to say there's not an infinite amount of casting directors in Toronto. Like, you get to know them pretty well, pretty quickly, and you notice when somebody does not call you back. And for this casting director in question, didn't have me back for like over a year. Only a couple months ago that I got another audition from her. So thank you for fading memory. Fading memory is a great thing, because if she remembered me, there would be no reason for her to ask me back. I did it. I told you about it, and now we're moving on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Drop me a comment below letting me know anytime that you royally screwed up, and our bond will be closer. I love you so much. Struggle proudly.